Today, we face the challenges presented by the lifestyles we have chosen. Our fast-paced, ever-changing society creates health problems that are not just common, but rampant. Pollution, poor eating habits, excessive work hours, stress, and many other modern factors prevalent in the Western society are continually taking their toll.
64,000 is the median number of words per book. Average person reads about 200 words per minute. Simple math will tell us that is one book in 320 minutes. To accomplish this in 7 days, numbers say you would have to read for 45 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button, like, comment, and share. Enjoy.
Welcome to Season 9 of the Book of the Week series. My name is Igor. For years I've walked and I've listened. This series is the record of that discipline, not just sharing books, but sharing a method to cut through the noise. Today we listen to 10 wild herbs for 10 modern problems facing today's health challenges with holistic herbal remedies by Mary Thibodeau. So for the next few minutes, let this be an invitation to slow down, to reduce the noise, to make a choice, the choice to listen. This is a book about powerful medicinal herbs from the wild that can be used to treat 10 of the most common diseases in the modern times. Stick around till the end. This season, I'm not just sharing a tool, I'm sharing a foundational layer. I will show you how to identify the single most important frequency in all the noise of your life. The innate human need that is secretly driving all of your decisions, your behavior, and your sense of overwhelm or fulfillment. It is the first critical step on what I call the listener's path. But first, let's listen to the past. Let's listen to 10 wild herbs for 10 modern problems. Herbs from the wild can help relieve ailments. Yes, but they are also part of a getting back to nature approach to living in harmony with earth and with our bodies. I think people are ready to embrace wild plants, not only for their medicinal properties, which are largely without any side effects, but also for their nutritional value and the lifestyle changes that do develop as you learn to take part in the ancient art of wildcrafting herbs. See, using medicinal and wild herbs is a wonderful way to complement your health. And while crafting the plants, yourself get closer to the true vitality. Now, if you find what looks like any of these herbs in your area, it is important to have a botanist, an herbalist, or another plant professional make a positive ID before you do any harvesting or even medicinal dosing. Many of the herbs talked about have numerous species and numerous lookalikes in the wild. So always verify that you are absolutely sure of the species before picking or using any of these plants. Luckily, most herbs in this book, with the exception of Boswellia, can actually be cultivated at home. So you actually have a fresh source of medicine right at home. St. Jones's Wort for physical and emotional pain. Native to Europe and Asia, St. Jones's Wort is now prevalent in the United States, Canada, and in Australia. Its name derives from the fact that its first blossoms are often seen in Europe and in UK right around the birth of the Baptist, St. John the Baptist. Its nickname, Demon Chaser, says all about St. Jones's Wort abilities to ward off emotional and physical pain. The effects include calming of the nervous system, relief of mild to moderate depression, anxiety, and alleviation of nerve pain. Externally, St. Joe's wort lowers the temperature of the skin, acts as a natural antibiotic. This is a perfect herb for dressing wounds and burns. It works directly towards reducing pain caused by inflammation. In cases of gout, neuralgia, sciatica, gastritis, and arthritis. Now, if this herb is taken with other medication, especially MAOI, inhibitors and other antidepressants, it can cause a condition called serotonin syndrome, which may lead to seizures or even death. St. Joe's wort is on its own potent medicinal herb with many added nutritional benefits and positive side effects. However, mixed with other drugs, it can dangerously increase the side effects of those antidepressants and prescriptions. Still, it is the remedy for any and all boo-boos. Step 1. Make an infused oil. Heat, never boil. 1 cup of dried St. Joe's wort herb in 1 cup of olive oil for 20-30 minutes. Other oils that work nicely include grapeseed oil, almond oil. Then strain with cheesecloth or a non-bleach coffee filter, squeezing out all the oil. Place in a glass jar, colored if you have one. And then step 2, mix with beeswax. Step 3, stir in optional ingredients. Now, people have used this salve or close variations for splinters, cuts, bug bites, sunburns, kitchen burns, bruises, sore muscles, cold sores, chapped lips, and so on. It is a non-toxic product that is safe for babies. It doesn't hurt if it gets in your eyes or your mouth accidentally. Wild chamomile for inflammation calming. Many people have enjoyed a cup of chamomile tea, though it was probably a cultivated Roman or German chamomile variety. Now, foraged chamomile is more closely related to the German strain, except it does not produce petals on its flowers. As a powerful yet gentle nervine, chamomile relaxes and tones the nervous system, calms the nervous stomach, aids in sleep disorders, relieves cramps, reduces fevers, and acts as a mild diuretic. Safe for children, safe for elderly, those who are sick. This herb causes anti-inflammatory action in cases of gout, eczema, gastritis, rashes, hemorrhoids, allergies, wounds, burns, all kinds of issues we have today. Many of these inflammatory conditions have their root in stress. Chamomile not only does help relieve the symptoms, but works on the stress behind the disease. Now, when you are harvesting wild chamomile, simply cut the flowering top and dry it. Store it in a glass jar out of the light. For external inflammatory issues such as eczema, rashes, sunburns, general itchiness, soreness, a salve with chamomile offers relief. The salve can be applied liberally to wounds or massaged onto a sore body part. So, Palmetto and Vitex, his and hers hormonal balancing. Now, Palmetto, native to North America, commonly found in the southeastern states, in sandy coastal areas, on the forest floors. This palm-like wild plant has been shown in studies to inhibit the production of the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. This action leads to the balancing of testosterone levels, which then have an overall positive impact, and also in cases of sexual dysfunction. Hers, Vitex, with its large violet flowers, may remind someone of a lilac bush, commonly known as the chesterberry. This tree-like herb originated in China and has been cultivated and spreading in the wild across the southern US since the 17th century. Vitex acts specifically on the pituitary gland, the master gland, which in turn normalizes the production of luteinizing hormone, which regulates menstrual cycles because of its natural balancing effects of estrogen and progesterone levels. Vitex promotes female reproductive health. Those supplementing with Vitex have showed alleviated PMS symptoms, increased fertility, normalized menstrual cycles, less bleeding, relief in the menopausal symptoms like hot flashes. Milk Thistle for toxic overload. Do you remember those thorny, bristly flowers that Eeyore is always eating in Winnie the Pooh stories? The same purple plant that graces the cover of this book and was enjoyed as a meal, while this melancholy donkey is the exact herb you want for optimal liver health. The active ingredient is silmarine, which stabilizes the liver cell membranes and stimulates protein synthesis, which speeds up the liver regeneration process. It also has been shown to block harmful toxins from entering the liver cells while improving the removal of toxic chemicals. While the stalks of milk thistle plant can be peeled using gloves and then eaten like celery, it is actually the seeds that contain a concentrated amount of silmarine that are actually so beneficial to your liver. Now, whether you're harvesting your own milk thistle or you're buying it, you can rest assured knowing there are no identified negative side effects from this supplement, from this herb. Eyebright For Eye Strain. Now, see, these symptoms range from dry, sore, itchy eyes to headaches, light sensitivity, blurred vision. Mother Nature, in its infinite wisdom, has provided us with the wild herb that works directly to reduce these discomforts of many eye issues. Eyebright, a tiny, flowered, weedy-looking herb found in Europe, Asia, and North America, can be used to treat all eye disorders. The tannin content acts as an astringent, and its anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties combine to make the perfect eye wash. In 3 major antioxidant vitamins bring in eye-specific support. Vitamin C, in conjunction with Eyebright's high content of quercetin, reducing swelling in runny eyes. Vitamin E has been shown to improve visual sharpness, and vitamin A protects the cornea and protects dry eyes, prevents dry eyes. Melissa Lemon Balm for cold sores and herpes simplex is well known for its direct antiviral effects on herpes viruses. While no cure for herpes has been identified, Melissa provides a potent remedy for use against symptoms of the 2 major types of herpes viruses: herpes simplex 1, which usually manifests in cold sores, and herpes simplex 2, which causes genital herpes and is currently a worldwide problem with over 400 million people currently living with this condition. Amazingly, using Melissa has been shown repeatedly to cut the time that herpes patients suffer from sores in half. Now, in numerous other studies, Melissa exhibited its use in preventing herpes outbreaks. People who have used Melissa on painful cold sores and herpes blisters have noticed relief in as little as 5 minutes. Number 1, eugenol. This antibacterial component can help reduce secondary infections and spreading while also acting as a nerve soother. Number 2, terpenes found in the essential oil of Melissa. Terpenes soothes painful nerve tissues, helping to reduce the pain and discomfort of the sores and of the ulcers. And 3, tannins. Tannins inhibits the herpes virus to be absorbed by non-affected cells, thus making Melissa a powerful antiviral. Boswellia for asthma, otherwise known as Indian frankincense. Boswellia proved to be the best herb to be featured in this chapter about asthma. Native to India, North Africa, and the Arabian Peninsula, it's not an herb I've ever come across in my wanderings in the northeastern United States. But for centuries, and still today, frankincense is used in religious ceremonies, and its scent is believed to foster a heightened spirituality. Boswellic acid, found in the resin, inhibits the production of leukotrienes, which can trigger asthmatic and bronchial contractions. Now, taking this powerful herb has been shown to reduce the overall severity of asthma attacks, as well as their frequency. Psyllium for type 2 diabetes. Psyllium, the seed husk of herbs in the plantain family, makes the perfect natural treatment with its high content of soluble fiber. Tested extensively, it has been shown to cause major improvements in glucose values. Supplementing with psyllium twice a day before lunch and dinner significantly reduces the fasting blood sugar levels and post-meal glucose levels, as shown in human subjects in numerous studies. Overall, this is a safe, widely available solution to improve sugar levels, including leaves and roots. They can be medicinal, but the part used in supplementing for type 2 diabetes are the ground 2 seed husks. Seeds, husks. Now, yellow dog for skin problems. One of the most iron-dense plants on earth. Yellow dot represents a foraged medicinal herb that's easily found and harvested, and that works to eliminate toxins from the blood in support of the skin. Overall, this herb can be found and can have profound effects on the skin and blood's cleansing powers. All the parts of yellow dock, the roots, by far contain the highest level of detoxification power. They can be harvested, sliced and dried, used in tea, or tinctured, fresh or dried for long-term storage and use. Motherwort for heart disease. If ever there was a wild herb for today's problem, I think Motherwort would be it. The way this plant acts on the nervous system and the cardiovascular system in tandem creates a neutral remedy for the stress of modern life that actually takes toll on our bodies. Latin name for this herb, Leonorus cardiaca, is derived from the Greek words lion tail and heart. Motherwort is a high potent herb, which means it has the power to lower blood pressure, reduce heart palpitations brought out by tension and anxiety, and all around cardiac tonic herb. Claims to access energy throughout the nervous system and heart, decreasing clotting and blood fat levels, and is also a mild sedative and diuretic, directly aiding the lowering of blood pressure and reducing stress. Motherwort traditionally has been used and brings ease to insomnia, acts as a heart tonic in all circulatory disorders. Now, how does Motherwort do all this? The answer lies mainly in the alkaloid leonarine, which is a gentle vasodilator, an antioxidant, and an antispasmodic. This plant relaxes the smooth muscular tissues of the heart. Motherwort calms and tones the distressed heart. See, we are so lucky to have the exact plants growing on our planet that can help us with the health problems we have created in modern life. By having an attitude that embraces the abundance that nature does provide, and by avoiding the unnecessary depletion of wildlife, we are only helping ourselves live better lives. Foraging for wild medicinal herbs teaches us that we do have the power within ourselves to heal. And there you have it. 10 wild herbs for 10 modern problems. Now, if this moment of focused listening brought you any value, any clarity, or simple peace, I ask you to do 3 things. They cost you nothing, but they help this signal reach others. Number 1, like this video, so the algorithm shares it with more seekers. Number 2, share it with one person who needs to hear this message. And number 3, subscribe to stay in this channel of focused insight. The link to this book is in the description below. Buy it, read, never stop learning, especially about yourself, because the greatest history, the greatest secret destiny is your own. Your first step on the path, gift yourself 10 minutes of self-listening. Take the free definitive human needs test on my website. It will reveal the core need driving your life's narrative. And that revelation is your first layer. Find the link below. And when you are ready to move from understanding to artistry, to master the skill of self-awareness and self-management, social awareness and relationship management, turn insight into impact, you will explore my Master of Life Awareness program. Now, that is the journey, and it all begins with listening. Thank you. Love and respect.